Hey, what's up, guys? This is Aaron. It is Wednesday, May 11th, 2016. And for those of you that have been following me on my health journey, just want to give you an update. It's been a little while since I've made a video. So I'm not prepared for this video. I didn't make any notes. I didn't make any bullet points of things I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to kind of share what I'm feeling. And right now and lately, what I've been feeling has not been good. I wish I had great news. I wish I was feeling better. I wish I was feeling like my old self again, but I'm not. And I think a lot of this journey is recognizing where we are and not needing to pretend like things are better than they are, because sometimes things just really, really suck and there's no silver lining on anything. And that's okay. That's where I am right now. I mean, fatigue symptoms, visual symptoms, neurological symptoms, brain fog, nerve pain, balance, ability to drive is getting so hard, and I usually don't drive much anymore because it makes me very anxious and nervous because I feel kind of unsafe at times. Everything's getting worse, So what have I done since the last video? I started to do bee venom therapy again. I took about a few months off, which you're not supposed to do technically. Started doing that, wasn't really feeling anything. Then I had a really bad experience where I took like 3 weeks off, and then I stung, and I had a pretty bad reaction to it, so that kind of scared me. Where I downed half a bottle of Benadryl because I felt like I couldn't swallow well. I broke out in some hives on my face. I've been doing. I did several. What's called high dose ozone therapy. HDOT. It's not like normal ozone. This is a machine from Germany where it basically usually takes between like an usually hour and a half to 2 hours. It filters. Supposedly, it filters 40% of your blood volume in one session with ozone. It does 10 times. It takes ozone out, infuses it in a hyperbaric little egg, and then it brings the ozone back into your body. Ozonated blood. So anyway, I did a few of those, and I was feeling nothing. And the nurses and the doctor were a little bit shocked, because people usually feel at least something. They either have a die-off reaction, a Herxheimer, they feel a little bit better after their first or second treatment, something. I felt nothing. Just again, a progressive decline like I've been experiencing for the last almost 3 years now, which sucks. So anyway, and those were getting very expensive. Those were about $600 each, and if I was feeling better, I would find a way to make it work, but I wasn't. So, and also, I've been getting a lot of vein issues. The nurse says I'm the only person that has this problem, and she's done hundreds of people on this machine. Basically, my veins look really good, but they don't take catheters and needles well. They clot. My veins clot. My blood clots extremely fast. Not enough to create blood clots throughout my whole body. I actually saw a hematologist last week with some blood tests that what my doctor did, because he was concerned about my blood, about clotting. And the hematologist was like, "Yeah, this doesn't really say anything specifically." So again, not any real answer there. Because my test came back that I had some blood issues, but the hematologist didn't think so. So, um, yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the last video. I mean, I have a lot of like bladder, prostate issues as well, where I like leak urine, mildly pee my pants often, because I think I'm done, and then I'm not done, and more comes out. So I even saw a urologist a few months ago, and again he was like, I don't know. I mean, your symptoms are like prostatitis, but you're a 28-year-old guy. You shouldn't be having an inflamed prostate. So and my prostate wasn't enlarged. So anyway, I've just been on this merry-go-round of feeling shittier and shittier, and each practitioner and doctor thinks that they will have the solution to what you're going through. So many tests and biofeedback, things where you're hooked up to electrodes, and where you put your hand on these metal plates and it gets I've done so many testing methods, so many blood tests, so many of these things, and a lot of these come back with, oh, you have some viral, maybe some fungal, maybe some bacterial infections. But I have a feeling that most people that do these tests would come back with those results. So I'm left in the same boat, where I'm just trying to find my next step and what to do. I have cupboards and bags full of supplements, full of things that I've taken over the last few years. And I don't even going through that bag is like, it's kind of sad because I've spent so much money and time, and I haven't had any results with it. So, I mean, the only thing I really haven't done full out for a long period of time, and by long period of time, I mean, most Lyme literate doctors would want you to do 6, 8, 12 months of long-term antibiotics, and there are studies that show that's not effective. There are some that show they think it is. So it's the only thing I really haven't done. But there's a price to pay for that, and I don't care how many probiotics you take. I mean, your gut's going to be affected by that, and I'm not against it. I just know people where it's done nothing for them, and it's fucked up their digestive tract so much worse than it was already. I know some people that has helped with symptoms, but I also know that when they stop it, they usually get their symptoms back. So, with very few exceptions that I've heard of. So, I'm not quite sure. I mean, this video, I'm just sharing where I'm at. It's not a great place, and if you're watching this, and some cat hair on my tongue. If you're watching this and you're doing great, that's awesome. If you're having a rough time and you've seen 10 plus specialists, 15 plus doctors, and spent, I don't know how much money I've invested, but over $12,000 at least, probably more to 15 over the last couple of years, and you're still in the same place or in a worse place, I know how that feels, and it's just shitty, and it's the disconnect I feel from myself and my emotions and my body and my intellect and my mind and the brain fog and the inability to put sentences together well. And I mean, you may be able to see it in my face, but I am just exhausted all the time. I'll lie in bed for 12 hours and may sleep 6 to 8 of those due to some pain I have in my neck and shoulder. And even if nights that I sleep, 9, 10 hours, I wake up and I'm just like, I literally have no energy to get out of bed right now. And it's like a conscious dragging myself out of bed, hoping that I'll feel better. Which sometimes happens, but usually I just want to lie in bed all day. And it's not like I'm lazy or depressed. It's like literally I don't have the energy to get up. And for those of you that are going through something similar, it's really hard to talk to friends and family or anybody about this, where it's like, oh, you're tired, you should take a nap. No, this is like you're exhausted, like your little cells are tired, and it's like feels like there's a weight on you that wants to just drag you down to the floor. Probably one of the most annoying things for me still is how it's affecting, or whatever it is, Lyme, fungus, bacteria, I don't know what the fuck's going on with me right now, but my symptoms manifesting as impaired visual perception, and I feel that's coming from my brain and my nervous system, where I'm not taking in and processing information well. Things are very blurry and foggy, and they've been like this for the last couple of years. And that's what's affecting my driving, is my ability to see, not just see, it's like taking in all the millions of bits of information that we do naturally, processing that into pictures, and then knowing what to do with what I'm seeing in a way that's quick, like reflexes. That instinct, that instinctual kind of navigating through the world is very slow and very I feel like I'm like an 85-year-old person who's driving really dangerously. Like I'm just like sometimes I'm like I shouldn't be out here. And that's scary and sad and frustrating and really makes me angry all at the same time. And so there's that. Uh, you know, and if you're watching this, man, or girl, this is just me sharing my experience, and don't want to bring you down. I want to either give you a sense that there's other people out there going through really, really difficult, challenging, mysteriously challenging, hard times, or maybe this will give you some, yeah, kind of like, I can't even think of the word. Yeah, like you're not the only one out there going through tough times. Because I know it can feel like that because our symptoms are so weird and they're so all over the place and we feel so lonely and navigating business, and for me a big challenge is staying consistent with like work and I mean I've had to pretty much stop working, but like any type of project I want to do, even making these videos, staying consistent with them is so difficult because I'm like I don't want to like I don't want being consistent in my life is so hard because I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight. I don't know if I'm going to feel worse tomorrow. So it's like making plans is really hard. I cancel things all the time. Dating and relationships are not happening for all these reasons. It's like the person that I want to be. It's like he's there, but he's so there's so many layers of shit on top of it. It's just so hard. And this is like a moment to moment. How do you navigate this world? How do you talk to yourself? How do you want to see things? And like, it's like there's no easy way to do this. There's no easy there's no easy way to navigate this type of territory of feeling this way. Feeling so tired. I'm sorry, I'm just like exhausted right now, and I've only been up out of bed for like 8 hours, and I'm just like I can't do it. So navigating this and navigating the depression and possibly the loneliness and isolation and feeling like you're going a little crazy, like it's a lot, and I mean that's to put it lightly. It's insane, and I don't know. I mean, feel free to reach out. A lot of you have reached out to me through social media and have just shared that either my videos have helped or they've validated what you're experiencing, and that feels good. That's actually very helpful for me in a selfish way because it helps me want to make more videos, even if they are like this, even if they're just like somewhat negative and depressing, ranting videos. At least I'm doing something, and I think it's helpful to feel like you're still contributing and it feels like you're still doing something in the world. As much as you and I possibly can, it's like we want to be doing things. We don't want to feel like we're just wasting space, and oftentimes I feel like my I've talked about this in previous videos too, my value in the world has lessened. It's like what I feel my value is and what I'm doing in this world, like it's hard to describe. Like, sorry, I'm playing with the light. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is cool. Actually, that really hurts my eyes. All right, never mind. Yeah, there's a lot I can talk about, but I just, we're all doing the best we can, All right, I'll end it here and connect with me on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Aaron Bennett, AARONBENNETT. I think it's / the Aaron Bennett. I think that's where you can find me, or / facebook.com / loving deeply. And just want to show you my little kitty just said hello. Hello. All right. Catch you later.